Anubis, a jackal-headed god of the dead, thy clawed hands strip blood red, taking souls to the weighing scale, watching closely as some win and some fail. Those who are light proceed to paradise, but those who are heavy, to emit you feed. The feather of my heart is too light to defy what is in the soul and to justify. So from that day forth your claws of blood red sever every human soul from the mummy dead. Anubis, hear my plea, I beseech thee. My soul is pure and will weigh lightly. Tarnish it not with your claws of red, but place it with care in the heavenly realm of the dead. Anubis is perhaps one of the most recognizable gods in the Egyptian pantheon. Today, we often associate him with the afterlife and as the god of mummification. The ancient Egyptians first referred to him as Inpu or Anpu, a word closely related to imp, meaning decay. It wasn't until the arrival of the ancient Greeks that he became known as Anubis. The iconic appearance of Anubis is what makes him so easily identifiable. He was often depicted as a man with the head of a jackal, and other times he appeared as a regular jackal or dog accompanying the goddess Isis. In more recent artwork, these depictions seem to have merged, giving us a more menacing and mysterious-looking god, one whom we most expect as a guardian of the underworld. The association between Anubis and the jackal formed because Egyptian jackals commonly lurked around tombs and graves. Perhaps this is one reason tombs became so intricate and elaborate, to keep the bodies of the dead safe from jackals and other animals. A host of genetic research done over the years suggests that the Egyptian jackal associated with Anubis is, in fact, an ancient wolf, not a jackal at all. Anubis's fur was depicted as black, whereas jackals typically have brown fur. The color black symbolized death, but it also symbolized fertility, representing the Nile's fertile black soil. The first mentions of Anubis are found in the ancient pyramid texts and in the tombs of the Old Kingdom, where he was seen as the guardian and protector of the dead. Originally, Anubis was considered the god of the underworld. Later, he became associated with the embalming process and mummification. When all of Osiris's body parts had been collected, the responsibility of mummification fell to Anubis, a process that had not been seen before, and one that would provide a model for all subsequent mummifications to follow. It is believed that when Osiris's body was embalmed and the funeral rites were ready, his brother Set again attempted to attack him, this time in the form of a leopard. Anubis was able to stop Set, branding him in his leopard form with a hot iron rod and flaying his skin, wearing the leopard coat as a warning against anyone who would dare to defile the dead. Consequently, it became common for priests attending to the dead to wear leopard skin in celebration of Anubis's victory over Set. The story of Anubis branding Set while he was a leopard is often used to explain how leopards got their spots. When Osiris ultimately passed into the underworld, Anubis, out of respect, allowed him to become the ruler. Anubis retained a crucial role, helping guide souls through the afterlife. Upon arriving in the underworld, a soul would be escorted by Anubis to the Hall of Two Truths, where its heart would be weighed against a feather representing Ma'at, the goddess of balance and order. The weighing was overseen by Anubis in front of Osiris and the judges of the underworld. If the heart weighed heavier than the feather, it was not granted passage. The soul would have one last chance to prove it had led a balanced life. If unsuccessful, the soul would be devoured by Ammit and cursed to suffer a second death. This ceremony led many to refer to Anubis as the guardian of the scales. Anubis's parentage is ambiguous. In some accounts, he was thought to be the son of Ra and Hathor, and in later myths, he was believed to be the son of either Osiris or Set, with links to Bastet due to her association with perfumed oils used in embalming. Anubis's wife, Anput, represented his female aspect, both in name and association, as she was also seen as a goddess of funerary rites and mummification. Together they had one child, Kebache, the goddess of purification and cool water, who was often depicted as a serpent that purified the pharaoh and associated with embalming liquids. During the mummification process, it was believed that Kebache provided water to purify the souls of the dead. Priests of Anubis wore masks resembling the god during the embalming ritual. Anubis was believed to possess vast anatomical knowledge, given his skill in embalming bodies, and his priests were regarded as skilled healers with extensive knowledge of herbal remedies. Anubis's popularity was widespread in Egypt, and his cult center was Sinopolis, located in Upper Egypt. The ancient Greeks translated this to mean city of the dog, reinforcing Anubis's close association with jackals and dogs. The Greeks drew parallels between Anubis and Hermes. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, also played a minor role in the underworld, helping guide souls to the river Styx. The Greeks merged Anubis and Hermes, creating a god known as Hermanubis. His role mirrored that of Anubis, and he too took the form of a man with a jackal head. The worship of this variation became popular during the Roman rule of Egypt. Despite Anubis's prominent role, he does not appear frequently in myths, likely due to the demanding nature of his task. Death never rests, and Anubis's devotion to his role reflects his stoic nature. As a guardian, he remains unbiased and impartial, allowing fate to determine the outcome of the souls he escorts. Anubis is an unselfish deity, uninterested in glory, as demonstrated by his willingness to allow Osiris to become the ruler of the underworld. In his unwavering duty, he maintains respect and protection for the dead. Thank you for watching about Anubis. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I remain your host, Myths and Legends. Don't forget to share and also hit the follow button for more mystical stories.